engaging right now, engaging off the play. So Braidon is actually withdrawing his series just back a little bit, so his infantry units can take the hit in the front. And you know, Braidon really needs to take those series to those archers of Orktastic, because those Orktastic archers are doing a lot of damage onto Braidon's infantry units. So it seems like Braidon is actually losing the battle. Orktastic pushes on, and then we can see that more units are actually spawning through the through those military production facilities. But Orktastic definitely come out ahead through that battle, and it seems like Braidon is losing the fight. He better post something out randomly. I mean, like, this is not looking good for Braidon at all, as Orktastic is massing into Braidon's base, and more of Braidon's units falling down. You know, there goes a series, there goes 2 series, and things are not looking good. Meanwhile, Orktastic is also harassing Braidon's tree line. And you know, units are dying all over the place. So, you know, the reason that Braidon was not able to actually building so many units was because he was aging up. As you could see those peltets coming into battle. Let's see that those 3 peltets will be able to turn the tide of battle. You know, for Braidon right now. So he's just pretty much trying to mass up those peltets. Peltets are really powerful for the archers. So let's take a look. So there's a watch post right there for Braidon, and Braidon is still fishing. So those fishing boats are being able to generate some fishing, but Town Center is slowly going down for Braidon. So Braidon is actually massing a peltest. Peltets are very, very, very strong, guys. I repeat. So here comes the peltets into battle, trying to snipe down that one series so far. That's not gonna happen, because the Sarasopher is way geared, and they're not pretty much taking much damage from those peltests. So Ork noticing this, that Braidon actually has the peltest, so he pretty much goes back, regroup his units, and taking down those staples now. So here comes Braidon's peltest trying to fend off Orktastic's units, but Orktastic just kind of doing a back and forth harassing right now. So Orktastic definitely having this battle, it seems, in his back, but Braidon is actually the one that aged up. So here comes the prodromes and also peltest engaging into the battle. So prodromes is kind of doing a little distracting harassment, and the peltest is doing a little hit and run there. But there is no use. You can see there's 2 prodromes that falls down from the horse. I mean, it's just, things are not looking that good for Braidon. But meanwhile, wow! Meanwhile, as we're focusing on this battle right here, Braidon is actually able to build his second economy on the far east corner of the map of where I was supposed to be at. He's actually building a storage house for the stone mine, and also he's building the gold mines, and also building the berry bushes. 2 staple is already set up. Meanwhile, there's more peltests massing up, and then also there's more prodromes. Prodrome and peltests versus a mixed army of archers and Sarasopher, it seems. So peltests engaging into the battle. You know, I mean, this seems to getting better and better by the moment for Braidon. Braidon's Sarasopher going to the battle. I mean, Braidon's prodromes going into battle, focusing on those Sarasopheros, and then peltests in the back trying to fend off. They're trying to fend off Orktastic's units, but at this point, it seems that Orktastic does have the superior force, and he is slightly better geared than Braidon. So we might have to do a little bit, do something about that after this game. But you know, Braidon is actually able to fend off Orktastic. Wow, how did Braidon come out of that? I mean, that. If that was any other player, I think they would have lost the match by now. But that was amazing, because Ork was just pouring in over here, but Braidon was actually able to hold him off. So the fishing boat is getting fish. You know, I mean, the 2 Tremarines is just control that pound in the middle of the map. That's very, very crucial. So and a Prodrome is kind of just scouting through the map. So Braidon does have a very nice base set out. You know, it's not a, he's moving on to a 2 base. He's getting his second town center up. You know, Orktastic is not letting this battle go easy. He's kind of just massing up a mixed army of spearmen, archers, and definitely builds more spearmen if I'm Orktastic, because Braidon is heavily Prodrome based. So here comes Orktastic's units trying to destroy more houses of Braidon's. So here comes Braidon's units with Peltas in front tanking the hit, and Prodromes in the back actually. But he's slightly retreating as his more and more of his Peltas are going down. So he's holding on onto that choke point. This choke point definitely will give him more advantage, as he does have superior range units because it's Peltas versus archers, and I cannot see how Orktastic will come out victorious outside in this battle. I'm gonna press Alt just to make sure that everybody see the HP on all the units. It seems like Braidon is actually winning the fight, as Orcs archers retreating because they know that they are no match for those scary Peltas. And we could see that Braidon might go on some sort of offensive, because he knows that Orktastic does not have any sort of a counter against him right now, because right now Braidon is Peltas based and Orc is archer based. So here comes Braidon's Peltas. This is the first clear advantage that Braidon got throughout the game. So here comes Braidon destroying the 2 market economy by so much. So there goes down the first market of Orktastic. Meanwhile, in Braidon's base, so Braidon pretty much pushed all the way through, you know, and he's making. Oh, so here comes Orktastic's unit. Whoa! So here comes Orktastic and just kind of snaring down those Peltas. So those Peltas are moving extremely slow speed, and he's actually being Hippolyte. So Hippolyte, my apology, Hippolyte, and also a Hippolyte Prodrome base group versus a Peltas Prodrome base group. So here comes the massive army of Orktastic. Braidon is not gonna decide not to fight this battle. I mean, he's poor Peltas right there, just getting snared down as they're trying to run away from the battle. So what Braidon is doing right now is doing kind of a hit and run. Oh my gosh, guys, I really wanted to kind of just go over the brief profile of both players, but it looked like this game is too intense for any of that. It seems like Orc is on 2 base right now because he does have his town center at the 6 o'clock position too as well. So 2 army engaging right now. Oh my gosh, it's Peltas versus archers, Peltas, and also some Hippolyte. So here comes Braidon's cavalry though. So cavalry is coming up from Braidon. Those Prodromes, will they be able to turn the tide of battle? And I mean, right now Braidon is hugely outnumbered by Orktastic, but Orktastic definitely able to push out. So Braidon is actually not gonna be able to try to hold that choke. Is he actually gonna go hold that choke point? Let's see. So Braidon is actually not gonna. He does decide to hold that choke, but he is outnumbered right now. I mean, Braidon. I mean, I wish that he did take the better shield, the golden shield of Lion, but he did not choose to take that. So Braidon is switching back to Ceresophoros now, but that is not a match as more and more Ceresophoros goes down. Oh my gosh! So Braidon's base is getting destroyed as Braidon is trying to kind of just expand out to the east side of the map. I'm pretty sure Orktastic knows this because he knows that he's like, what is happening? How come that Braidon kept on having new units? As you can see by the scoreboard, Orktastic is far ahead as Braidon's score is going further and further down as we speak. I mean, right now I could just see the smile on Orktastic's face because before the match, Bessie did say that she does have some sort of prize to give to the winner. I mean, at the same time, we do see Orktastic is coming in from the 6 o'clock position into Braidon's base. So right now things does not look good for Braidon, but Braidon's actually, whoa, somehow something happened right here. Braidon was actually able to fend off Orktastic's forces in his main base. I mean, this base is, you can't really call the main base anymore because he pretty much abandoned this base, but he is actually able to fend off Orktastic's forces. Wow, I can't believe that this game is actually not over yet based on the disadvantage that Braidon was having in the beginning. So here comes Braidon's massive forces and also Orktastic's forces. So Orktastic right now is focusing on Hiplet. I mean, Hiplets are very as they level up more and more as they get those crucial upgrades. So, but Braidon is actually not giving up. He's actually doing a strong push right now, cornering Orktastic's units in the middle. Units are falling down all over the place, but I think that Braidon might have the advantage here because he's kind of just spreading out Orktastic's damage evenly on all of his units. So Orktastic is very hard for Orktastic to focus right now because Braidon's units is surrounding Orktastic's units, and it seems like Braidon is barely gonna be able to come out through this fight. But no, there's more units for Orktastic pouring in, more Hiplet, and also Peltas, and also Prodrome is coming to the battle, and Braidon just had to retreat there. But Braidon is able to gather up his units, and Orktastic is just having such a strong economy right now. You could see that Braidon is just falling behind in the economy production right now, but he is definitely not out of this game yet because he is trying to push back as much as he can right now. And I mean, he's just having so much military production in the city, and he's having a lot of farms and gold from the caravan right now. So more of, I mean, there's such a huge advantage for Braidon right now fighting this battle in his own base because he is able to reproducing his so much quicker than Orktastic right here. But is Braidon able to hold off? I hope so, because it's only 20 minutes into the game. I do not want this game to be over yet because I'm getting so much exciting action right here. But you know, as this game come to an end, guys, I think that Braidon is Braidon going to lose this, guys? Is Braidon going to lose this? Oh my gosh, Braidon is getting damaged. Braidon is getting destroyed at his military production facility. I mean, right now, Ork just having such a strong economy. He have 3 town centers in his base. I mean, you know, he's just so strong right now, and everything is just literally falling down in Braidon's base. So finally, Braidon resigns. Oh my gosh, that was such a wonderful game. My apology, guys. I mean, this is the first time we're doing live cast, so we just got too excited there. We apologize that Kyle did not actually delete his town center, but I did hope that you guys enjoyed the game. So it was Orktastic versus Braidon, game 1. And the map was Oasis, and Orktastic was actually able to win that match. As you could see, Orktastic's base right now, it just overloaded with units and buildings. It just all over the place. He does have 3 town centers. 1, 2, 3. He has 4 town centers, and you know, he just have so much. He just have such a strong economy right here. I mean, I don't know where to pick off, you know. I mean, he has so many villagers, so much caravan. I mean, it just come out of that one. I give a lot of props, mad props to Braidon for trying his best to hold that one off. Congratulations, Orktastic, for winning the first match. And this is Woody. Right now we're gonna take a short